Okay. So that's the evap being removed on Sandeep's bike. He's become a friend now. So we're getting rid of the purge valves and the whole canister system. Now the best way to check if your evap has gone for a toss is this. You pull the canister out, shake it and see. If you can't hear anything, if this is a solid block, that is, you ought to be able to hear charcoal particles inside. There are these beads of charcoal inside that ought to make a shh kind of a shaky noise. And when that doesn't happen, you know for a fact that your evap system has been clogged for a really long time. So this is just a solid block now, and it's best to replace it almost immediately. If you do not want to replace it, I have an alternative for you. Lower the skid plate. Start off with lower the skid plate. Pull the this would be the tank to the purge valve, and then just pull that out. Get rid of this. Pull this out as well. This would be throttle body to the purge valve. Pull this out as well, and out comes your skid plate. So now what you need to do is you need to get rid of this one bolt here, and that will be it, right? Just that one Allen key bolt. I think that's a size 4 or size 5. Yeah, that's a size 4. And just dump this in the bin. Okay, so as you guys can see, hose number 1, that is this is the overfilled drain hose. Hose number 2, that is your evap hose. Okay, so these are the 2 hoses that come from the tank. What we'll do is, for now, we are going to be replacing this hose, that is the overfilled drain hoses, because this has become too hard and it's become stiff and it's starting to crack here already. So we'll have to get rid of this and get a new one. But this has got nothing to do with the evap system, so we keep this aside. And this fellow here, this fellow continues to work from the tank. This is going to go back into the tank. I've just removed the tank so that people know this firsthand very clearly, that there's absolutely no confusions here. This goes back to the tank, and this will follow that route and will fall straight to the ground. Where is it? Sandeep. There you go. So that's going to go to the ground like that, no problems. The other hose that comes from the throttle body. This that comes from the throttle body. Fantastic. Okay. As you guys can see, Sandeep is pulling on the top. Pull pannunga. Okay, there's another additional rubber hose that is routed from the throttle body. That comes right about here. The drain hose comes straight from the tank to the front of the evap system. Whereas the other hose that you see, which falls straight to the ground, again, which goes to the evap system from the back. From the back, I repeat, from the back, comes from the throttle body. Now this hose is what you need to be plugging. You're going to be plugging this fellow, and this fellow you leave it as it is onto the tank. All you need to do to plug this is you need to get yourself a bolt like that. Shove this in and zip tie the ends. You get the bolt, you shove this in and zip tie the end. That'll be the end of it. That'll be the end of all your worries. It's the most simplest way to go about deleting the evap kit. I'll just get this done and then get back to you once I have the finished outcome. So now what I've done is I rerouted the hose from the throttle body. I don't know if you guys can see a rubber hose there at the back. So it gets rerouted like that, and comes to the front like this. I've managed to pull it through these fasteners and to the front, along with your brake and accelerator cables. So it hangs like that, and I'm going to be plugging it in with a simple bolt. This would be a 10 mm head and a 5 mm thread, and that'll go in nice and tight. So once this is done, the last job of the day is to run a zip tie. that's the start and end of things. Now, of course, you can zip tie this to the two cables there and let it be. Or you can also fasten this to your tank, to your chassis. It's your choice. Sandeep, where do you want?
But permanent இதே மாதிரி இருக்குமா?
Permanent அதே மாதிரி இருக்கும்.
Oh.
So that's a done and dusted chapter. Your evap from the throttle body gets plugged with a 10 mm bolt, and the hose from the tank goes straight to the ground. If you guys know how to slice it at an angle, true bias, 45 degree, you will be able to get your excess vapor fall to the ground as clean water droplets. Better alternative to something like this is you can route it to the back and have it falling onto the ground with the over drain hose. So I think I'm going to do that now. I'm going to route the whole thing to the back of the motorcycle so that there's no spillage that's going to affect the underside of the engine. So the last part of the puzzle, two hoses from the tank, one which goes to the evap system and one that goes to the overfill drain hose, both going to be hanging from the tank to the bottom, being routed through the chassis until about here, right about here, so that whatever drips straight to the floor. So that's going on to the thinner drain, that is the evap drain. The evap drain falls onto your right and the overfill drain falls onto your left. The last bit is to shove the fuel pump connector back, and that would be the fuel hose going back to the fuel pump. Done and dusted. Now, classic. Well, that sums up the whole job. That's how you get rid of the crappy evap system. That's the end of it. So if you guys liked the video, and if you guys liked Sandeep and Sandeep's motorcycle, which is that's Sandeep, my new friend, and if you like his motorcycle, which is a lovely green, don't really know what to call this. It could be a viridian green, which is a very rare shade, more like emerald green. This could be an emerald green as well. Love his way of maintaining his motorcycle. He has enough ethics as an owner to keep his bike in good nick and good shape, and that's his collection of motorcycles as well. He has a RX 100 from 1986. He has a classic 500, right, Sandeep?
Yes.
That's a look at that. Look at the machine's shine. He has a classic 500 2017, huh? 2017 model.
Very model.
2012. My. I mean, nothing, no words to say about how well he's maintained the motorcycle. That's a leather seat. He's got leather saddle bags, and he's got wonderful panniers pannier racks from Royal Enfield. And the machine is in top-notch nick. Yeah, minor work needs to be done on the motorcycle's engine, but apart from that, the way he's gone about maintaining things is first class. And then there's a Triumph Bonneville here. Again, I don't know if he's ridden it enough because it's spotless, not a speck in sight. This is his next motorcycle, another pristine, brand new Yamaha RX 135. Yes, we've all had our share of two-strokes, and I was a big two-stroke lover at a small time, very short span of time in my life. But this is as good as it gets when you talk maintenance. How old is this one?
2000 model.
2000. So you're looking at 21 years now, and spotless again. I was always in love with a 5-speed over a 4-speed. Yes, of course, there's going to be a big debate if I were to state that this is better than that. So let's keep it to ourselves, to each his own. That to me is a much more prettier, lovely motorcycle, and it sure pulls even now. Even now, when I put it on the first gear and I give it a full throttle, the fellow starts jumping on his rear wheel. So that's another wonderful machine. So that's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. He's also got an engine from a Bajaj Chetak that is being refurbished, and he's also a lover of cycles. So you see one here, there's one over there, and there's another one here. So this is his garage. Sandeep, if you just want to say a hi, you can say a hi.
Hello.
So this now got his rear chain and sprocket replaced with the gold chain from RK that I have on my motorcycle as well. So the whole of the package is on this motorcycle as well. You have the Powertronics ECU, you have the exhaust, you have the K&N air filter, you have the rear chain and sprocket. You got, there are bits and pieces that needs to be done. So I will be working on the motorcycle as and when. But apart from that, it's quite a neat motorcycle. I've asked him to rethink the stickers. You guys let me know if that's a nice idea.
New one.
Okay. Anyways, he's got ideas for it as well. So I'll see you guys on another video. Hope you liked this one. Give it a big thumbs up if you did. And let me know if you guys have any doubts and questions. I'd be most happy to answer them on the message tab. Signing out for now. Bye.